Steven Crowder recently put out a video, which is one of the most magnificent, I haven't watched it, but I can guess based on its content, one of the most magnificent attempts at deflection I've ever seen in my life. It's called Socialism Has Killed More Gays Than Blank. For those of you who live under a rock, Steven Crowder recently got in a little bit of a kerfuffle by engaging in long-term targeted harassment of, what was it, a Vox or a Vice editor? I don't remember. My brain is a sieve. There was a gay Latin guy. It was Vox. Vox is better than Vice anyway. Yeah, Carlos Maza. He's this gay Latin guy. He's an editor for Vox. And I guess at some point he said something that triggered Crowder, because Crowder started like really going in on this guy. Like there were like multiple times in his show, he'd refer to Carlos Maza as like a lispy queer. He'd make fun of him for being gay and effeminate. Like just very typical homophobia, because Crowder's a homophobe. He had a shirt called Socialism is for Fags. That's what it said. See, it said F apostrophe, or not, sorry, not apostrophe, asterisk GS. He said that it actually meant figs. He's lying, of course, and everyone who said that knows that he's lying. So with that context, with Crowder getting in trouble for being homophobic, blatantly homophobic, like there's really no nuance to this. Can you imagine, by the way, just like here, like imagine, enter this mind space with me, Steven Crowder getting in trouble for referring to like an editor he didn't like at Vox, like a thuggish homeboy, like he's like a black dude, like a black editor. The black editor is like, yeah, fuck Crowder, whatever. And Crowder for like 6 videos is like, yeah, and you know, some of the thuggish, you know, hoodlums over at Vox, you know, had some, you know, bad words to say about me. Like people like this, it's obviously racism. It's obviously homophobia. Let's just get on with the fucking video, okay? Oh yeah, and the you can see the for a fig. See, and the shirt, socialism is for figs. It does the wrist thing, you know, the term limp-wristed. It's a homophobic term. Whatever. Anyway, everyone who pretends that it didn't mean fags is like lying. And hey, if your political ideology and your demagogues are making a public show of blatantly lying in spite of all good reason, you might have a really shit ideology. Let's do it. So this is the context we're leading up with.
What is more offensive to you? Che Guevara's anti-gay behavior, ideology, hurting them up, putting them in concentration camps, saying that they were absolutely useless, or is the shirt mocking the man in question?
I'm so ready.
Question of the day. When you see someone unironically wearing a Che Guevara shirt, is your first instinct to immediately shove their face in a toilet, preferably a locker? I want to know where you line up, because
didn't Steven Crowder get decked by a union guy? I don't know if he's the one who wants to make jokes about like physically intimidating other people.
Because this brings us into the meat segment of the day. As many of you may know, we've had our own.
Also, comedian, by the way. I like how he has like a little group of people in the studio. He pays them to laugh when he makes really, really bad jokes. Can we all actually, let's just appreciate that, because mocking Crowder's inability to make jokes is every bit as important as mocking him for being a bigot.
When you see someone unironically wearing a Che Guevara shirt, is your first instinct to immediately shove their face in a toilet, preferably a locker?
Laugh.
I want to know where you line up, because this brings us into the
meat for
segment of the day. As many of you may know, we've had our own tussle, a little bit, right? A little bit of a dust up with YouTube, where YouTube actually required that we take down our Socialism is for Figs shirt that the folks at Beautiful and Brave, same-sex attracted Latinx.
Beautiful and brave, same-sex attracted Latinx. Again, imagine if Crowder had been making fun of a black editor and he got in trouble for it, and now he was like, beautiful, dark-skinned Nubian prince, was king, like,
was upset over a little bit.
This dude is selling a Socialism is for Fag shirt on YouTube, and they don't take action against it because they don't mean what they say in those policies.
We're not going to run ads against your stuff. If you still want to sell racist coffee mugs or whatever you're selling,
yes,
that's your business.
Because a mug can be racist.
We're not going to.
Haha, because printed media can be racist. You see, remember, Steven Crowder is worse than Shapiro in terms of like his willingness to blatantly lie. So when you're looking at his videos and the kind of content he produces, it's not so much a matter of lie spotting because he feels no personal or professional obligation to telling the truth, not even looking like he's telling the truth. It's all about the performative cruelty. This video, you know what this video is going to be about, okay? You fucking know what it's going to be about. So Steven Crowder got in trouble for being a homophobe. Now he's going to say actually leftists are the real homophobes because Stalin put gays in gulags and fucking Che Guevara was himself a homophobe.
Of course. For example, if they're selling merchandise and linking off of YouTube and that is seen as racist or causing other problems, that's something that we will discuss with the creator.
Well, she got a portion of it right. We are causing other problems. Right. Not so much the racism. Here's a big irony. A lot of people don't realize this. Of course, they know that, Che Guevara was basically an evil dictator, kind of like Hitler without the charm. Yeah. Right. Without the skill. Yeah. Never fired a loaded weapon. I think was found in Bolivia, if I'm not mistaken, saying, I'm worth more to you alive than dead, with every single round still left in his magazine.
Of course.
But something a lot of...
Wasn't Che Guevara like a hero? Like, you're going to impugn him for being a coward? I mean, again, it doesn't matter. Like, he will say literally anything.
A lot of people don't know is that Che Guevara, ironically, was very anti-gay.
Oh, yeah.
I knew this, but okay.
Rabidly anti-homosexual. As a matter of fact, all societies, socialist societies particularly, have been really anti-LGBTQ. Yeah. And by the way, not just his...
Well, most socialist or communist or what have you societies that we typically refer to when we're discussing this historically existed back in the early to mid 20th century, a period during which every single country on earth was homophobic. Now, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to play down the atrocities. If you know anything about my content, you know I'm the first one lining up to criticize Stalin for being a reactionary. However, the idea that like socialists in particular have a bad track record with gay people, like this is specifically a lefty thing, is fucking hysterical. At the time that Che Guevara was engaging in his in his like sending gay people to the gulags, the United States and England were literally fucking chemically castrating gay people. We like gay kids were fucking bullied in school. They were sometimes imprisoned. They were discriminated against in the legal system. And we fund countries all across the world. We still fund Saudi Arabia. To this day, we fund Saudi Arabia. That's on us. The kingdom would not still exist if we weren't propping them up the way we are now. We put fascists in power in the Middle East, in Africa, in Southeast Asia, and in Latin America, all of which had brutally fucking reactionary policies to their domestic populations, many of which went on coals at gay people, lining them up against walls and shooting them in the back of the head, dumping them into mass graves. The idea that like socialism in particular has a bad track record with the gays is wildly ahistorical. But again, that's not what it's for, because, Crowder doesn't really have a problem with discrimination against gay people. They pretend to when they can use it to get gotcha points against the left. So you'll notice the only times that people like Crowder will claim to be champions of, LGBT rights is when they're criticizing Muslims for being not that. Or, in this case, known homophobe Steven Crowder will pretend to give a shit about gay rights if he can turn it around on leftists and say, well, actually, you see, you are the true homophobe because you support Che Guevara, someone who has been dead for decades, who is not celebrated for his policies on gay people, but rather for his revolutionary anti-imperialist policies.
historically, we're going to come all the way up to the present. So you can't just say it's a byproduct of the times. But
there's no outs.
They did win with YouTube. We did have to remove the socialism is for fake shirt from ladderwithcreditorshop.com and replace it with the mystery box at ladderwithcreditorshop.com, which is the exact same MSRP and shipping costs. Find out what's in there.
I have no idea. Yes.
No clue.
We should have a guessing game contest.
This was a fun channel.
By the way, it sure does say a lot about how spineless YouTube is that a over 4 million sub channel can be told to stop selling their socialism is for fags t-shirt, and then they just keep doing it. They just do it as a mystery box. And YouTube will allow that. Left-leaning tech bias, folks.
Example number 5. Let's just give you a few examples here, lest you think we're making it up. No. Cuba, of course, we'll lead it with Cuba. So Cuba actually, they deported gay poet Allen Ginsberg. Did you know that? Yeah. You know what he did? He called Che Guevara cute.
Oh. That was it.
Yeah. Though it should be argued that Ginsberg's social bandit nightclub in Havana was poking the bear a little bit. He reached a little bit far. And by the way, Fidel, Guevara's the regime, they rounded up gays and put them in concentration camps. Wow. Not a parking lot for a photo op or a road to a parking lot, Cortez. Actual
Cortez. So, making fun of Cortez for being Latin, I don't know why you would pronounce her name like that, implying that Cortez didn't go to a concentration camp because she was just at a parking lot or a road leading to a parking lot, which was like a common lie disseminated from that photo op that AOC did. She was just outside of the concentration camp. She was right next to it. She was looking at the concentration camp and the people in the concentration camp. But got to throw that in there as well. All about performative cruelty.
Concentration camps.
Oh my gosh.
And this is something that's important. It's not unique to them.
Yeah.
Right? This is not unique to Cuba, to Che Guevara. This is almost all
Why does he keep saying
socialist.
Che? Wait, guys, have I been saying it wrong my entire life? I'm pretty sure it's Che. Che Guevara. Is it Che? Am I wrong? Please tell me Crowder isn't right. I'm right? Okay. He's right? I think you're right. We've got mixed opinions in chat. Could it be that all of you are racist and that none of us know how to pronounce Cuban names? The answer is maybe.
Regimes. And it's funny, though, that Carlos Maza, same-sex attracted Latinx at Vox, brave. Beautiful and brave.
Yeah.
Same-sex attracted, proud Latinx, beautiful, brave. Jesus Christ.
He claims to be a Marxist.
Like on his,
we'll come back to Marx. Guess number 1. That's
exactly right.
Okay, another example number 4. The National Socialist Workers' Party of Germany. I know. People get mad when we say that they're liberal, but socialist isn't.
Liberal? Liberal. Not even just saying that they're leftist, saying that they're liberal. You know what? That's okay. It's all right. It's Steven Crowder. Again, he'll say literally anything. Literally anything. Okay? Let's go over it super quick. I've done multiple videos on this in the past. No. Nazi Germany was not liberal. Liberal means you follow the tenets of liberalism. Those are Enlightenment philosophies, things like egalitarianism, freedom, democracy. Not Nazi Germany. They were not leftist either, because leftist economic and social policies orient around socialized control of the means of production and progressivism. Nazi Germany was not super progressive. Also, Nazi Germany did not socialize industries. They actually worked very closely and adulated their large and very powerful private industries. They worked together with those private industries against the interests of the working class, not with them. They also, contrary to public opinion, did not restrict gun laws. They actually loosened them for the vast majority of the population. They restricted them for Jews. Kind of like how Ronald Reagan claimed to be pro-gun, and the only time he ever passed anti-gun legislation was in response to the Black Panther Party legally exercising their Second Amendment rights by holding rifles outside of courthouses. Funny. Whatever the case may be, Steven Crowder is not wrong here. in the sense that he's made a mistake. He is actually following the wishes of his billionaire benefactors. If you are a fan of Steven Crowder, I would like to ask you, why do you think it is acceptable for you to get your education on history, sociology, political economy from somebody who takes their money from billionaires, who has a very specific political agenda, and who is complicit in and perfectly willing to lie for your entertainment? You know it doesn't say socialism is for figs. I mean, this is where you're getting your info from? I mean, I guess if it owns the libs.
And Nazis, of course, they famously imprisoned gays. By the way, people get mad about that. Point me to any policy that was right-wing from the Nazis. Don't do the whole racism is conservative deal.
Well, I mean, it is. Racism is unquestionably conservative. Yeah, so, okay. Consolidated the interests of private corporations as they work with the government. Persecution of religious and ethnic minorities. Fiercely anti-immigration. Adulated the state. Idealization of a glorified pastime of America, aka, not America, sorry, of Nazi Germany, aka Make America Great Again. The idea that they have been embarrassed as a nation and that there's some glorious, like, ancestral truth that they have to return to. Yeah, these are all pretty solid right-wing policies. I like how people like Crowder will act as though the fact that they had, like, what did they have, like a healthcare service the government paid for? Like, yeah, that's what made Nazi Germany Nazi Germany. Like, what were the defining characteristics of Nazi Germany? Well, the government did pay for healthcare. Damn, I guess it was leftist. But let's get back to it. Anyway, this idea that Nazi Germany is leftist has been ruthlessly destroyed by literally every single historian and political scientist who's ever commented on the issue. If you continue to repeat that lie, I hope you have fun owning the libs, but you're like literally anti-truth. You're very much feels over facts. It's very cringy, you see. I am cringing at your willful disdain for reality.
Yeah. Was it what? Banks, guns, speech? Pick one.
Yeah, loosened gun laws. He was anti-free speech in the same way conservatives are. Yeah, conservatives are hugely anti-free speech. Look at Trump saying that he wants to deport people who burn the flag and revoke their citizenship. That's pretty, that's super anti-free speech, actually.
Are they a veritable George Washington? They use the pink badges, of course, people know, to identify gay people. And we don't know the exact number of gays who died in the camps. They estimate, scholars, I think somewhere around 65%.
Oh my gosh.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Statistically significant.
Yeah, probably millions.
Basically, if you spoke with a lisp, you probably weren't going to do that well. By the way, hit the notification bell. Join up at Mug Club.
They had to cut there because Steven Crowder then spent 3 minutes attempting to do his best lispy gay impression before realizing that YouTube would probably not want it to be in their videos anymore. They had to cut it there. Three fucking nonstop. Oh, I'm Carlos Maza, and then afterwards they were like, actually, Crowder fought to keep that in though. Crowder fought tooth and nail. That's one of the reasons why Crowder constantly has the fucking wrist brace on. It's because he gets into fist fights with his editor, fighting to keep the bigoted like stereotype impersonations he does in the final cut.
Livecutter.com/mugclub if you haven't already subscribed.
All right, advertise in your own fucking channel.
Let's move to current day.
Yeah.
Not America, current day
Let's do
globe.
It. Let's do it.
Current day Earth. Maoists in Nepal. Now, many
Maoists in Nepal. Yeah, when I take a look at the modern left's general treatment of gay people, I think of Maoists in Nepal. Okay. Well, it was Republicans who fought against gay marriage, and it was Republicans who thought that don't ask, don't tell was too easy on the gays in the military, and it's the Republicans who keep funding think tanks that are anti-progressivism and prohibit the teaching of gay issues and LGBT issues in school. And it's the Republicans who constantly worked with local hate groups, Tea Party, KKK, and other groups that were like historically discriminatory against the resident gay population. And it was the conservatives who praised like the breakup of Stonewall, and the conservatives who fought against the 1980s gay rights movement. And it was the conservative President Ronald Reagan who refused to even mention AIDS during a presidency where the country was being afflicted by a national crisis because he believed that they were getting their due diligence for being gay and sinning against God, and this was his just retribution against them. So all right, we got that evidence. And it's been left-leaning people and Democrats who have fought against all of that. I forgot. Oh, I thought I'd have to. Oh, goodness. I thought that I would have to admit for a second that conservatives are homophobic, but I remember the Maoists in Nepal exist. That's right, the vanguard of modern left-leaning thought. Let's hear about them.
Again, this is important. Many will argue, well, if you go back to Nazi, National Socialist Workers' Party of Germany, if you go...
He can't just say Nazi. He knows this is because a large portion of his own audience is Nazis, which is why he will always say National Socialist Workers' Party, even though every historian knows, and in fact Hitler himself acknowledged the fact that they only named themselves that to capitalize on the popularity of socialism at the time. Hitler himself despised socialists. Socialists were sent to the camps, and he wrote extensively on his hatred of the USSR and of socialism and communism, which he called Jewish plots to destroy the Aryan race. But, vanguard of socialism and all that.
Go back to Che Guevara. It was a different time. Everyone was anti-gay back then. Well, no, maybe some people might make fun of you. You might have some guys outside of a bar who might beat you up, but they didn't round you up and put you in concentration camps.
And kill you en masse.
But it's a movement.
Remember, back in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, the extent to which gay people were persecuted outside of left-leaning countries was you might get beat up or made fun of outside of a bar. There was no systemic discrimination, no rounding up, no executions, no forced sterilizations, none of that. Just a little bit of bullying, just a smidge of bullying. Forget, the fact that the entire history of American imperialism is painted with us putting fascist governments in power and then watching them brutalize their own population. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Good point, because we still have socialism today. Let's see how they treat the gays. And by the way, don't say Denmark, because they've openly said stop calling us socialist.
So again, Steven Crowder isn't willing to call Denmark socialist because Denmark's doing okay, but he's willing to call fucking Nazi Germany socialist. So Nazi Germany is socialist because they have a workers, they had a healthcare program that was run by the government. But Denmark isn't for the same. Even in their own fail logic, their internal logic is inconsistent. When people will say, oh, look at the Nordic countries, that's socialism, Crowder will say, oh, no. Those countries are actually doing well because of the free market. But then when you turn around at America or at Nazi Germany, they'll say, single-payer healthcare? That looks like socialism to me, buddy. Even within their own logic, these are two completely irreconcilable positions. But then again, that's okay, because Steven Crowder's job isn't to tell the truth.
Current gays, Maoist Nepal. Dev, I want to make sure I get this. Dev Gurung. Anyway, I don't know.
A person so relevant, he can't even pronounce his fucking name.
That's close enough.
He's a Maoist governor, government minister. He actually claimed that homosexuality was, quote, a byproduct of capitalism. And then he claimed that they don't even exist under socialism. Example number 2, Venezuela, everyone's favorite, from Sean Penn to Bernie Sanders. You have socialist leaders, Chavez, Maduro, others. They have a long and storied history of homophobic slurs. And I know that many of you may sound surprised that I...
Meanwhile, next door, Bolsonaro in Brazil, I actively have emails from gay people in Brazil saying they're fearing for their life because Trump-loved far-right fascist Bolsonaro is leading the country down a reactionary path. Again, the idea that it's only leftist governments are homophobic and there are no other governments and all leftist governments have been homophobic and all the other governments have been totally fine. Just light bullying is completely ahistorical. I would
even concede leftist territory by using the term homophobic slurs, but that's only because you haven't heard them yet. So...
Wait, he didn't even cite any evidence for Venezuela being homophobic. Where the fuck was the evidence for that? And all he said for the fucking Nepal one was that the leader said some dumb shit about gays. That's all he said. That's your fucking evidence? Actually, you see, one dude said a dumb thing. I couldn't pronounce his name at first. And also, Venezuela is they're just homophobic. I mean, long and storied history. Let's not discuss it. Too much nuance might break my point apart.
Just wait.
Give us time.
Lest you think that I exaggerate, recently during a debate, a member of Cuba's Socialist Party, he charged the state governor of condoning a ring of homosexual prostitutes. And he demanded, answer homosexual. Accept the challenge.
Ooh, wow, that's a...
This is it? This is all they have? I'm pretty sure that right now, if I like type in news, I can find a dozen articles of like conservatives being blatantly homophobic in major positions of power, like in this country. What the fuck kind of argument is this? Do we want to go on like a person per person per capita argument? Yeah, the new Venezuelan constitution actually includes rights for LGBT folks. And right now, if you want to go like real far left, like the Rojava, the fucking Rojava anarchist militia in Syria literally has that like these faggots kill fascists. Like they're explicitly a like an LGBT group, you know?
That's harsh.
I should.
Yeah, at least he didn't call him a limp-wristed lispy queer. Hey, folks. Hey, listen. Just a little bit of light bullying, okay? Hey, listen. Hey, nothing wrong with making shit up about foreign governments to paint the picture that lefties have a historically bad track record with gay people, but targetedly harassing with your audience of millions of people a gay Latin person and specifically making fun of them for being gay and Latin. That's what I like to call having a good track record with gay people.
I should remind you, he was practicing democratic tree. Can you imagine if this is one thing people go, oh, you can't apply. This is really talk about nation building, the United States.
We're already
right?
off the air.
You can't apply our principles to these other nations.
What the fuck is he
do you have
talking
any
about?
What would happen if Donald Trump did that at a debate? I would pay to see money for that.
Oh, yeah. No.
Answer the question, Bertie, you socialist ass kisser. Listen,
That would kind of be funny, though.
felching that's okay, we'll bleep all
We
of
can't
it.
do that,
Bertie,
yeah.
Comedian Crowder. Can we throw up some fucking weird champs? Some oofs? This is it. Dropped off Fox News because he wasn't funny enough even to conservatives. And keep in mind, conservatives have no sense of humor. Conservatives will laugh like seals at anything that reaffirms their bigotry. You can literally just get like Dave Nugent to go up there and like say the N-word while square dancing, and conservatives will shit their pants laughing over it. Like they'll lose their fucking minds. And in that environment, Steven Crowder couldn't handle it. He couldn't do it.
we have to bleep all this. This brings us back to the founders of the socialist feast themselves. Example number one, Marx and Engels. They were unbelievably anti-gay.
Whoa. People born in 1818 were homophobic? Oh my god. What the fuck is this point? Oh no. Wow. Holy shit, really? Damn. Did you know Adam Smith had weird things to say about black people? Oh my god. Oh, guys, holy shit. Did you know that Aristotle felt strange about those with swarthy complexion? Oh my god. We don't need to finish the Crowder video. I don't think this video has anything more to offer if we've literally gone back to Karl fucking Marx. So this is a video on Crowder's part to essentially play like the worst whataboutism imaginable, because he's done targeted homophobic harassment to then say, well, actually, the National Socialist Workers Party, Nazi Germany, also didn't like gay people. What do you think about that, libs? So it's whataboutism, and it's cruel, and Steven Crowder is a homophobe, and the people who watch him are also homophobes, and those things are great and all, but I often find myself reflecting after watching Steven Crowder. What can you do for these people besides hope they die? I'm not saying, we should kill them or anything. I'm very anti-political violence, but, I'm generally of the opinion that there's usually a rhetorical line. There's usually some way to appeal. Now, not necessarily to Crowder specifically, but at least to the broader audience. There's an argument to be made. But Steven Crowder lies so often and so joyously to such a large audience. I really can't help but wonder, are these are these like people like me? I mean, are these people in the way that I'm people? I genuinely don't know. Someone in chat saying right now that they used to like him and I changed them. I can't imagine. I genuinely can't imagine watching Steven Crowder, a Republican, say that actually socialism is homophobic. And his first example, after the Cuba Che Guevara, because it's relevant to the shirt, his first example was Nazi Germany. I don't know. It's genuinely it's genuinely distressing. I don't know. It's beyond the pale. It's genuinely subhuman. I'm okay with dehumanizing people like Crowder. He's not really a person. He's a puppet stretched around this thin skin, around a pile of money given to him by his benefactors, by billionaires who have a monetary who have a monetary interest in propagating conservative talking points. That's Crowder. And this is every video of Crowder's. Every video I've ever done, every single one on him, it has just been a cavalcade of misinformation. Not misinformation in the same way Ben Shapiro presents it. I could imagine a demagogue like Ben Shapiro legitimately believing the things that he says. I can imagine that. Now, not everything. That sell your houses when the water levels rise shit, that was pretty bad. But I could imagine Ben Shapiro being a real human. I could have a conversation with him. But Steven Crowder doesn't care about telling the truth. There's no vestige of respectability here. It's just a shell, a front. And if Steven Crowder died, somebody else would just take his place. Owen fucking Benjamin, a neo-Nazi, has appeared on this show to host the program. It would just be some other worthless, fail son, dark money, Republican billionaire, fail son, some loser, to step up and take his place. I don't really know. Well, the most we can do is relentlessly make fun of them.